will renew their strength. And because you and I have been the record of the goodness of God to the people of Israelites.
He said,
the Lord who remembered us in our low estate. I wouldn't know the low estate you are passing through right now. The Lord is set to remember you. And He's going to lift you up in Jesus' name. Wherever your head is bowed, bad for good. So with this, are you convinced as well that God remembers? Are you also convinced that God remembers? If you are convinced, the Lord will remember you. Then what qualifies?
Qualities that one will possess before God can remember him.
What qualifies a man for remembrance?
Number
one thing is waiting, know that everything will turn out to be like this. The Lord has begun to strengthen us from the month of January. Before we get to the month of February, when there was cashless. Traveling to the month of May when the first subsidy was. But the Lord has told us from the beginning of those that wait patiently for God, He is going to renew their strength. And if He's renewing your strength, it means He's going to give you enough strength that will carry you to the time of remembrance. There is no point of contact, there is no point of agreement. The person will not remember with God. And what is our covenant?
Of peace, life, and prosperity.
We have, apart from this listed one, is it in your mind that you are covenanting with God? That you are crying as Habakkuk cried in his own day. That God, for how long will I tarry? Now is the set time that God will remember you. The other phase of having covenant with God is your covenant of your life with Him. God's covenant with you is sure. He has given you His Son to give you life, to save you from eternal doom, and all other things will follow. You will now ask yourself, what is my stand with God? Your covenant with God, what is your stand with that God? It is somebody that you have familiarity with, somebody that you have good relationship with, that will feel you, that will remember you. Your work with God, is it upright? Does God know you? If God does not know you, it might be difficult for Him to remember you. So you have to take that bold step of moving closer to Him, that as He's seeking your hands in fellowship, He is craving to have that good relationship with you. Release yourself to Him. Submit to Him. Don't look for help elsewhere. Don't go and covenant with another person. Don't covenant with another God. Those gods that you want to depend on, they may forget. They may forget. That person that promised you that you should come, and I will give you charm to use this, to do that. The way things are going, if you can just come to us, it may fail.
Ó lè dà ọ́.
But we have a God that does not fail.
Ṣùgbọ́n a ní Ọlọ́run tí kì í jánikulẹ̀.
He is the only one that you should covenant with.
Òun náà ni kí o bá ní májẹ̀mú pọ̀.
And when you have covenant with him,
tí o bá sì ní májẹ̀mú pẹ̀lú rẹ̀.
You have been qualified already.
O ti ní àmúyẹ nìyí.
I pray the Lord will help us in Jesus' name.
Mo gbàdúrà pé Ọlọ́run yóò ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lórúkọ Jésù.
The third thing that we call positioning yourself.
Òun náà ni fífi ara rẹ sí ipò.
Being in a right location.
Fífi ara rẹ sí ipò èyí tí ó yẹ.
When you are in the right location.
Nígbà tí o bá wà níbi tí ó yẹ.
The Lord will remember you.
Ọlọ́run yóò rántí rẹ.
Remember the story of Isaac that we considered a few weeks ago.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí a wo ìtàn Isaac èyí tí a wò fún ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
In the book of Genesis chapter 26 verse 6.
Nínú ìwé Genesis sọ níbẹ̀.
And Isaac dwelt in Gerar.
Wípé Isaac sì dúró ní Gerar.
Who instructed Isaac to say?
Ta ni ó pàṣẹ fún kí ó dúró níbẹ̀?
Who instructed him?
Ta ni ó pàṣẹ fún kí ó wà níbẹ̀? Ọlọ́run ni.
That in the midst of famine, in the midst of drought,
ní àárín ìyàn, ní àárín ọ̀gbẹlẹ̀,
in the midst of the storm they were passing through in that land,
ní àárín ohun tí wọ́n ń là kọjá nínú ilẹ̀ yẹn,
God instructed Isaac.
Ọlọ́run pàṣẹ fún Isaac.
He said, "Stay here.
Ó ní pé kí ó dúró níbẹ̀.
I'm going to remember you.
Pé òun yóò rántí rẹ̀.
I'm going to bless you on this land."
Òun yóò bùkún fún ní ilẹ̀ náà.
And the Bible recorded.
Bíbélì sì kọ sílẹ̀.
That Isaac sowed.
Wípé Isaac fúrúgbìn.
In that year.
Púpọ̀.
So much more that the Egyptians and those people that were around him, they began to envy him.
Tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ pé àwọn ará Egypt àti àwọn èèyàn tí ó wà ní àyíká rẹ̀ wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jowú rẹ̀.
So it is very, very expedient for us to be in the right location if we are to be remembered.
Ó ṣe pàtàkì fún wa láti wà níbi tí ó yẹ tí a ó bá rántí wa.
Not going too far.
Ká má lọ jìnnà.
The Sunday school of this morning.
Ẹ̀kọ́ Bíbélì ilé ẹ̀kọ́ ọjọ́ ìsinmi tí òwúrọ̀.
We were being taught in front of Jesus.
A gbé sí iwájú Jésù.
Those people that did it, they did not know that they want to do the man a favour.
Àwọn tí ó ṣe léyìí wọn ò mọ̀ pé àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún ọkùnrin náà ni.
They want to put him in the right place, in a place where Jesus will see him.
Ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé wọ́n gbé síbi tí Jésù yóò ti rí.
His case was settled on that day.
Àyànjú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ náà.
And that is what God will do for you.
Ohun tí Jésù yóò ṣe fún ọ nìyí.
People will be thinking that they are envying you.
Àwọn èèyàn yóò ròyìn pé wọ́n ń ṣe ìlara rẹ.
Not knowing that they are taking you to where you will be favoured.
Láì mọ̀ pé wọ́n mú ẹ lọ síbi tí a ó ti ṣe ojú rere sí ọ ní.
So it is very, very good for somebody to be in the right location.
Ó jẹ́ ohun tí ó dára fún ènìyàn láti wà ní ipò tí ó yẹ kí ó wà.
Or even as a man deliver, you did not see him, you now called.
Sábàdé Lafenwa ohun tí a fẹ́ fún àwárí àwa ń pè.
And now the person told you that I am at cashier.
Tẹ́ni yẹn wá sọ pé cashier ni òun wà.
How will you feel?
Báwo ni yóò ṣe rí lára wa?
How will you feel?
Báwo ni yóò ṣe rí lára wa?
That is what it means.
Ohun tí ó túmọ̀ sí nìyí.
God is set to remember us.
Ọlọ́run ti ṣetán láti rántí wa.
But we need to be in the right position.
Ṣùgbọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ wà níbi tí ó yẹ.
What is that right position or right place where you are ought to be?
Kí ni ibi tí ó yẹ yẹn èyí tí ó yẹ kí ó wà?
The Lord will take you there today.
Ọlọ́run yóò mú ọ lọ síbẹ̀ lónìí.
And you will be remembered in Jesus' name.
A ó sì rántí rẹ lórúkọ Jésù.
The next thing that will qualify a man.
Ohun mìíràn tí ó mú kí ènìyàn yẹ.
Is not to be ignorant.
Òun ni pé kí a má jẹ́ òpè.
Do not be ignorant of the purpose of God for your life.
Kí a má jẹ́ òpè sí ètí Ọlọ́run fún ayé wa.
When you are so dangerous.
Eléyìí lè jẹ́ ewu púpọ̀.
Israelites suffered extra 30 years.
Àwọn ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì wọ́n jìyà 30 ọdún.
In the land of Egypt.
Ní ilẹ̀ Íjíbítì.
Because they were ignorant of God's purpose for their life.
Nítorí pé wọ́n jẹ́ òpè sí ètí Ọlọ́run fún ayé wọn.
Our God is timely.
Ọlọ́run wa jẹ́ Ọlọ́run àkókò.
He will sojourn. Your children will sojourn there.
Wípé fún 400 ọdún àwọn ọmọ wọn yóò ṣe àtìpó ní ilẹ̀ Íjíbítì.
Assuming these people knew it that by 400 years they supposed to have called on God to be liberated.
Ká ní pé wọ́n mọ̀ wípé 400 ọdún yìí táwọn bá ti pe Ọlọ́run fún ìtúsílẹ̀.
They wouldn't have stayed extra 30 years.
Wọ́n bá ti máa lo 30 ọdún ìmíràn mọ́.
Ṣé 30 ọdún ṣe ń tó kéré ni?
Is 30 years.
If someone is in oppression.
Tí èèyàn bá wà nínú ìnira.
For just 2 days.
Fún ọjọ́ méjì.
You will know what it means years.
Kí a tó wá sọ pé 30 ọdún.
So when someone does not know the purpose of God for his life.
Tí ènìyàn bá mọ ètò Ọlọ́run fún ayé rẹ̀, èyí lè jẹ́ ohun tí ó léwu.
If you don't know the purpose of God for your life,
where you ought to be, the kind of job you have to do, the kind of place you have to stay.